Hello, I'm Father Michael. Today's a special day here at Corpus Christi Parish. It's Stewardship Sunday, a day when we celebrate and give thanks to God for the beloved treasures He created when He created you and me, and the many gifts He sent included in the package. As Catholic Christians, we know that these gifts arrive in each one of us, but they're for the good of all of us. So I'm here to remind you of Christ's call to share all that we are and all that we have, investing it all into the kingdom of God. He said, do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, but store up treasures in heaven. For where your treasure is, there also will your hearts be. You know, as a boy, I attended 12 years of Catholic schooling. Yet in college, when I saw a weekly notice in my parish bulletin asking for teachers for the Children's Faith Formation program, it actually took about 12 weeks of seeing that same notice before the question ever occurred to me, wait, do you think they're talking to me? Wow, after 12 years of Catholic schooling, it took a dozen weeks to even remotely consider myself as being part of the picture. Why was that? Well, I can say that I remember a constant message given to us in high school that said emphatically, keep coming to church, you need us. But I never remember hearing these words, keep coming to church, we need you, please give us yourself. What an important part of the gospel message I had missed. So anyway, I ended up teaching fifth graders. What a marvelous year that was. Last week, you should have received a mailing from the team here at Corpus Christi, and included in it is this pamphlet. In it, we ask you directly how you can give yourself to our parish community in 2021. There are a number of ministries listed, a smaller number than usual because of COVID. We stuck to what would be helpful in today's situation. Hopefully later in the year, we'll be able to issue a longer list of possibilities, ways for you to give yourself for the life of the parish. In just a couple of minutes, you'll hear from some of your fellow parishioners sharing how their ministries have affected their lives. What I wanted to say to you first, though, is remembering back to my experience in college, it's this. Include yourself when you look at it. Include yourself because God included you. You are important to the faith journey of us all. Without you, we miss something very important. So please read this pamphlet as being about yourself, not just other people. It's about you. You're one of the treasures. We are a community to whom you've been sent. So how about you? Would you do us a big favor? Don't just set your pamphlet aside. Spend some time with it, fill it out, and send it to us. It helps us greatly in planning for the year. And more importantly, it's a great tool by which you can affirm your commitment within yourself. We ask you to get it to us by February 14th, Valentine's Day at the latest. What a great connection, yes? It's all about the heart. And please share with us your intention for financial support as well. As you've known, we've been working very diligently to reach out into the lives of each one of you during these COVID times to give the support you need and to assure you that you continue to have a community here that remembers you, cares about you, and can't wait to see you again. We're committed to this work, but I must be honest and tell you that it's not inexpensive. So please help us to continue our ministry through your financial generosity. You're the ones that make it possible. So thanks for all that you are, and thanks for all that you share. Let's now listen to some of our fellow parishioners and have a good week. God bless you on your way.
My name is Margaret Meyers. I've lived in Minnesota about 10 and a half years, and I've been part of the Corpus Christi community for about 2.5 years. And when I came, I offered to lector, and Sue Valois welcomed me with open arms. I've been lecturing for over 40 years, and it never gets old. It's a chance to look more deeply into the scriptures and to bring them into the minds and the hearts of the congregation. But when COVID started us all staying at home, I had to lecture from home. That was an interesting learning experience, where to record, how to record it, and send it. But I've loved the worship at home materials, and I enjoy hearing the singing and hearing all of the scriptures read, reading the prayers that we always share together on a Sunday. And so I've been really happy to be part of that during the pandemic. I've also enjoyed the Zoom church, and I've read for Zoom church too. Now, long before COVID started in June of 2019, Colleen Ciascio invited me to tell Bible stories to Vacation Bible School. And the kids were so much fun. They took part in all of the stories and took different personalities and said all of the parts I gave them. They even ate manna in the desert. Well, it was cornflakes that Colleen spread out on a sand-colored sheet. But it was wonderful. You see, the phrase stewardship of time and talent sounds so heavy. But really, what happens when you do it is it's joyful. It's a connection with the people in your parish, sometimes people that you'd never see otherwise. And it's a connection to all of the services that we provide in our larger community as well. So thank you for the opportunity for this joyful service, and thank you to all the people who share that joy.
Hi, my name is Amy Barrett, and I've been a member of Corpus Christi since I went to grade school here. You may know my parents, Jean and Joan Gennaro, and my in-laws, Kay Barrett and the Enzenauers and the Valois, who have all been very active in the parish. I'm here today to pick up donations of food and supplies for the Hallie Q. Brown Community Center. Let's go there now. Here we are at the Hallie Q. Brown Community Center, which is located near the Midway area of St. Paul. Inside, they have a food shelf, which helps people in the neighborhood. Parishioners have been very generous, but the need is greater than ever, with families continuing to experience hunger as a result of losing jobs and income due to the pandemic. If you'd like to help, next time you're grocery shopping, pick up some extra items for those in need. Please bring donations in bags labeled "For Our Neighbors" and drop them off in the front entrance of the school or mail checks to the parish office. This has been a very challenging year, but it makes me proud to be a member of Corpus Christi because of how everyone is stepping up to help those in need so we can all get through it together.
Hello, my name is Steve Pawelski, and I've been a member of Corpus Christi for 27 years. Some of my highlights during my time at Corpus Christi is I married my wife Sheila, and we'll be coming on our 25th anniversary coming in July, and then also had two daughters, Abby and Maggie, who are now in college, but they were able to be prepared and celebrate sacraments of baptism, First Communion, First Reconciliation, Confirmation, and they had really good life-changing experiences, which I'm very thankful for. The lay ministry that I been involved with this summer is the Giving Garden. And the Giving Garden is basically, if you're not familiar, we have a big garden in the back of our church, and we grow vegetables, and those vegetables go to the food shelves in our community in Roseville. The neat thing about this ministry is it has a very flexible schedule. You don't have to know a lot about gardening. We have our leaders in that, DeeAnn, Stenlund, and Lori. They know a lot about gardening and scheduling and that, so you can get training. And the nice thing is you can show up once. Some years I've showed up one or two times, And this year, because I wasn't able to participate in Give and Grin, I was able to participate more fully. One of the things that had been challenging was obviously with the pandemic. I was a little bit nervous about, do I interact with other people, especially if I don't know people, with COVID and stuff like that. But the neat thing about the Giving Garden is, if you're familiar with it, it's very large. So you're outside, you're spread out. So there's plenty of social distancing. We wash our produce. And then if I am working close to someone, just put a mask on. So I had felt very safe, and pretty much initially just had to put faith over fear. And once I got there, it worked out well. It's been a blessing for me in that it's provided an opportunity to live out my faith, especially when other opportunities like Give and Grin had to be stopped because of the pandemic. Gives me an opportunity to feed the poor. It really gave me an opportunity to reconnect with parishioners, which was really nice. Since the social distancing, it just gave a little bit more social time, which I really appreciated. And then just an opportunity to work out in nature and that, which I like to do. It helps recharge me, both spiritually and physically, just to do things outside. The other thing it helped, especially with COVID, is it gave me a break from screen time, which really helps, because I think with COVID, if I was to guess, my screen time is probably quadrupled, like many of ours, because we're doing more things with interaction with our work and then also social things. I would encourage people to get involved. Like I said, it's very easy. If you want to just commit once or just come once, you get training. The other nice thing, what I really like about it, is you get to see the results of your work. And then also, I get to see the results in our community. I have the privilege of been teaching in Roseville schools for 28 years at the middle and high school level. And when I first started, I think our free reduced lunch kids were 20%, and now we're at 52%. So it's grown 32% of, and that's a big jump. And I know a number of my students rely on food shelf here at school and free reduced lunch. But then when pandemic came, and when also you have summertime, they just have less opportunity for that. So here's a great opportunity within their own community to get those fruits and vegetables, really good, healthy food, which has been fantastic and really a rewarding experience for me. Thank you.
My name is Kathy DiGiorno, and I've been a member of Corpus Christi since 1985, 35 years. Since the early days of the pandemic, I have been leading a ministry that I call the Zoom House Church. Today will be the 48th time the Zoom House Church has gathered. We have come together every Sunday since March 22nd, as well as Holy Thursday, Good Friday, and Christmas Eve. In the beginning, we were a small group of 4 or 5 families gathering virtually as a way to stay connected. We read the readings, tried to sing together over Zoom, and prayed together. We took turns preaching about the readings or sharing a faith testimony. It was a scary time, and it was wonderful to gather and pray for our community and our world. As we moved into Holy Week and Easter last spring, we started including more people. We included grandparents, college kids from different places around the country. And over the spring and summer, we have welcomed in many members of the Corpus Christi community from the Twin Cities and beyond. Now we typically have about 35 Zoom connections, somewhere between 50 or 60 people when we gather. Before worship at home was established by Sue and our music ministers, we shared responsibility for putting together parts of the liturgy. But since worship at home has been formalized, we use that as a resource, adapting it on occasion to fit a particular need or topic. In the beginning, we struggled with how to provide music and how to have people participate. And now we are so grateful to have access to the music that our Corpus Christi music ministry provides. We typically use what is planned on the Worship at Home site, but sometimes choose something different. Participating in the Zoom house church during the pandemic has been a great blessing for me. It's been a weekly opportunity to connect with my faith community. It has been an opportunity for evangelization in that we've been able to invite others into our worship. I've learned a lot in putting together the weekly liturgy. The most important thing, though, and what I really want to highlight for all of you, has been the sheer power of hearing from members of our community every week. Every week, someone provides a reflection. Sometimes people preach about the readings. Sometimes they share a reflection on an issue of social justice. Sometimes they testify about their faith journey. We have talked about topics ranging from racism and white supremacy, to the death penalty, to mental health, to sexuality and spirituality, to conflict resolution, to the common good. It has been so inspiring to hear from so many people. I'm hopeful that once we're able to gather again in person, we'll be able to figure out a way to incorporate this kind of opportunity for members of the community to share their wisdom during our liturgy. In response to the last question on Sue's list that she sent me, yes, the Zoom House Church has helped me get through the pandemic. Connecting weekly has been wonderful. Praying with and for each other and our community has been important. But for me, the most important thing has been providing an opportunity for us to learn from each other. It has been a very rich experience. If you'd like to join us at the Zoom House Church, email me or Sue and we'll send you a link. It would be great to see you.
Hi, my name is DeeAnn and I've been a member of Corpus Christi Parish for over 36 years. I've also been a member of the Tuesday morning Bible study for probably 20 years. We meet right now from 10 to 11 via Zoom. Prior to that, we met at the Parish Center. We are currently studying Women of the New Testament, but because of the social isolation aspect, many of our times together have been more faith sharing than actual Bible study. But this is important because we can support one another in prayer. If you would like to join us, please contact Maureen at the parish office and she can connect you with us. And if that doesn't work, then there's also a Monday evening Bible study that you could check. I hope that you would join us. Thank you and God bless.
Hi everyone, my name is Linc Stine. My wife Deb and I have been members at Corpus Christi Catholic Church for 40 years and we've loved being involved in the music ministry for all those years. I just want to say thank you all for your amazing voices and your generous spirit when you sing together in church. It just lifts us up so much as a community, and me personally, I get so much of the Holy Spirit's presence when we sing together at Mass. So I've really missed that. I've been overjoyed, though, to be a part of the ministry of music that we've had during this pandemic. We come together once every 6 weeks or so and sing together with a few others in the parish sanctuary. It's been different because we can't stand close to each other and make close harmony like we're used to. We've had to stand 6 feet apart, we've had to wear headphones to hear each other, and we have to sometimes try multiple times to get the song to come out the right way. But we love doing it. I have been just personally blessed to be a part of it. I think of all of our parish members when we sing together in the sanctuary. I can see your faces and I can just imagine the sound, and so it's an incredible feeling that I get when I'm able to help out like this. I hope that you're able to experience the joy of this music at the Worship at Home website and really love hearing it. We know that the Psalms tell us to make a joyful noise to the Lord. That's been fun for us to do, continue to make music during this pandemic. We also know that the scriptures tell us to sing psalms and hymns and spiritual songs when we gather. Well, we can't gather, but we can still sing those kinds of songs together and lift each other up in praise to God. So I hope that it blesses you. It's certainly blessing me to come together and share my gifts of playing guitar and singing with others. I encourage you to get involved in a parish ministry. We know we're not going to be in a pandemic forever, and we're going to need lots of hands to make light the work. God bless you.